I went through a restaurant's marketing funnel recently when they sent me a birthday email, and I found 10 critical mistakes that you might be making too. My goal is to help restaurant owners finally get to where they want to go. But more than that, my goal is to find entrepreneurs within that segment that actually know what it means to hustle. That's my goal. Come on the journey with me. Restaurant Marketing Secrets, episode 596. I'm your host, Matt Plapp, and today we're going to talk about 10 mistakes I found when poking around this restaurant's marketing campaign. They sent me a birthday email because my birthday is in a few weeks. Makes sense. I appreciate it. Now, I already did a podcast on how the email was not designed very well, but today I want to talk about what I found when I started clicking around, when I went to their website, when I went to their social media. And these are things I believe you'll be able to learn from and hopefully fix on your end if you're making these mistakes. Number one, this is a pretty common mistake. Their header image in the email, granted it was their logo and it shouldn't have been. It should have been a birthday image for me and celebrate my birthday, right? But anyways, the logo, when I clicked it, opened up the picture. It didn't take me anywhere. If you have pictures in your emails, you need to embed a link in those so that people click them, which they inevitably will. It takes them to the same place that the email wants them to go. Now, be careful. You want to make sure they don't go to an old place. I actually know somebody that had a really embarrassing issue like this where they copied from another place, the link was embedded, and the people went to a whole other website, different conversation. Number two, they had a link in the email and on their website to Twitter/X. Pretty cool, right? They're driving people to their social media platform to communicate. The problem is, they had not made a post on X since August of 2020. It was called Twitter back then too. It's been a long ass time. August of 2020, that's coming up on 4 years. Why are you marketing a platform you don't use? Number three, their website was awesome. I loved it. It had great graphics. It had great food pics. It had all these things that were great, except they did not have the pictures on the menu. Literally 10 out of 10 graphically appeasing website. But when you go to the menu, it's just word puke. Just a bunch of words. None of the great chicken sandwiches on the menu that were on the homepage. That's what sells food. And you know that because you spent the money on it. Just put it through to the menu. The fourth thing, their website has an email newsletter sign up. Now, I don't know about you, but I know about consumers. They do not sign up for email newsletters from restaurants. Name your newsletter something besides the word newsletter. You know, I was just talking to Shaheen from our team. He used to own Burrito Joe's. Maybe Joe's newsletter was called like Joe's Burritos. Sign up for the Burrito Club. Get specials, promos, and news from us. That's an easy way. The fifth part, the email newsletter I signed up for had an automated welcome email that came to me, right? That's gold. I love that. I preach automation and welcome emails. Except it wasn't a welcome email. It was a email from the parent hospitality group. So instead of being the restaurant's name, or I was just on their website, it's from XYZ Hospitality Group. How the hell do I know who that is? Number two, it had me confirm what I already had opted in for. You don't need to have double confirmation. The button on your website is fine. It should trigger a graphically pleasing welcome email from the restaurant. That was actually number 5 and 6 because the confirm part was in there. Number 7, their social media, well, let's just say they don't do what I preach. I went to their Instagram, 6,000 followers, 7 to 10 likes every post. I went to their Facebook, 3,000 followers, 1 like on their past 5 Facebook posts. Not exaggerating. No comments, no shares, 1 like. I'm not even sure how in the hell that's possible because that would tell me nobody from the restaurant gives a shit about what they're doing. So their social media was god-awful. Number 8, their website does not have the Facebook Pixel or Google Tag Manager, meaning I went to their event page. They had a page on there to book your next event. So I go to their event page. I'm looking around it. They could have the pixel on the website so that when Matt Plapp opens up Facebook or Instagram, it says, hey, Matt, thinking of holding an event? And they got a picture on there of a badass event being held at the restaurant. You can't do that if you're not retargeting people by having the pixel on your website. It's not hard. It's literally a piece of code that goes on your website that allows you to find people on social media that are on your website, and more specifically on pages on your website. The 9th one, their catering page needs to be less invasive. So on the catering page, they had 4 or 5 different options, and each one of them led to a form for me to get information. If I didn't answer all the questions, the form couldn't be completed. If I did not have a date or a time of my event and the number of people, I could not complete the inquiry. That is terrible. You want to have the ability for me to raise my hand, and I would even recommend a damn contest. Interested in a party or catering? Before you go any farther, click here to register to win a party for 50 people. Get as many people on that page to raise their hand as possible. Name, phone number, email. Then be done with it. Then go back to the other part. But also, when you have a form on your website that asks for information, don't make all those things required, because if I have an event that my wife says, Matt, we need to get a quote from this restaurant for 100 people. Christy, what day and time? Well, we're not sure if it's Saturday or Sunday yet, and it might be 4, might be 7. Just go ahead and get a quote. Well, shit, what am I putting there? So don't have those items that are mandatory. And last but not least, make sure you update things that are obviously not updated. In this case, they had a media page, which is really cool. They had a bunch of press releases, except they had not updated it in 16 months. And you could see, if you look at it, they went through spurts where basically every December somebody would go, hey, why is our media page not updated? Oh, shit. And they'd update 10 posts in January, and then 5 in February, then 2 in March, and then none the rest of the year. So if you're going to have a page like that, or you're going to have an Employee of the Month plaque, update it all the time. That's all I got, friends. 10 items you need to do, or maybe not do. Header image in your email, link somewhere, specifically the call to action ideally. Number 2, don't market social media like Twitter or X if you're not using it. Number 3, if you're going to have a website that's visually appealing, use those same graphics in your menu. Number 4, nobody wants to email his newsletter. Number 5, the newsletter should not come from a hospitality company. It should come from your restaurant. Number 6, I don't need to confirm my damn email when I sign up for your newsletter. I'm not buying a car. Number 7, your social media shouldn't suck. You know that. Number 8, have the retargeting pixel and the Google Tag Manager on your website. Number 9, a catering page that is less invasive. And number 10, if you're going to have a media page, you're going to have a blog, you're going to have an Employee of the Month, update it all the time. So as you know, I don't charge for my content. We don't have sponsors. We don't have product placement in here. But what I want your help with is spreading the word. If you're finding value here, do me a favor, share this on your social media. Share an episode with something that made sense to you, that's relevant to your restaurant, that you got value from, and tag Matt Plapp and America's Best Restaurants. Also, go to America's Best Restaurants on Facebook and on Google and leave us a review. Let us know the impact we've had on your restaurant with our roadshow, with our marketing help, or with our podcast. And last but not least, if you want to take the next step and help me out a lot, and help us out a lot, text me a testimonial, 859-743-2408. That's my cell. A selfie video would be awesome about the impact this content or our company is having on your independent restaurant. But worst case scenario, just a few kind words. The way we can help lift this industry up is to help get content like this to more independent restaurant owners, and you are the key to spreading the word. I appreciate your support. Have an amazing day.